In this video, I'll show you all of the power features in Polynome that will allow you to create a playlist like this Stone Killer manual tempo change playlist very simply. This playlist alternates between right hand and left hand 8th note strokes. You have 1 bar of right, 1 bar of left, 2 of right, 2 of left, up to 8 bars of right and 8 bars of left, and then the tempo increases by 10 BPM. This playlist is manual because when you hit 220 BPM, the tempo then begins to increase in 5 BPM steps. Now this total playlist is 208 items long, and I'm going to show you how you can create it fairly simply and you don't have to enter 208 individual items, and also how you can easily change the sounds or presets for the R and L in one simple go. So let's get started. So in this video, we're going to take the simple Stone Killer exercise that we created in the previous video. Remember, that's 16 items long, and it goes from 1 bar of right hand and left hand up to 8 bars of right hand and left hand, and then the tempo is automatically changed in that playlist. Because we want specific control of all tempo jumps, we're going to create a long playlist that specifies all the tempos. We're going to start with this playlist as a basis. We will then duplicate it once for each tempo we require. We'll then load those playlists and set the tempos, which is a very quick operation. And finally, we'll merge them all together into our giant final Stone Killer manual tempo change playlist. So to begin with, I'm going to unlock the tempo on this playlist and make sure that all the tempos are set to 140. You can see for the moment they are 120. So to set all of the tempos, the quickest way is to scroll to the bottom, tap the playlist time row, set all tempos to 140. So that's the first power feature, is the ability to quickly set all tempos to a specific tempo. And then I am going to go into the playlist manager and I'm going to duplicate this playlist. I'm going to create a standalone copy and I'm going to call this Stone Killer 150 for the next tempo. And I'm going to repeat this and I'm going to create versions for all the tempos that we want to feature. So in fact, let me rename this original one to Stone Killer 140. And then we will duplicate playlist, standalone copy, and we'll call it 160. And I'm going to do this for all of the tempos that I want. So I'll speed that up, but you'll see how I do it. Now we have all of these playlists which are named with the tempos we want them to be set at. We have to go and set the tempos for these. So it's very quick to do. Just double click on the playlist to load it. I'm going to tap here and change the text size, make it a little smaller. And then I'm going to scroll to the bottom, tap on the playlist time row, and set all tempos to 150. So now the tempos match the title, and I'm going to repeat that for each of the items in our list. So scroll to the bottom, set the tempos to the tempo that we want. Finally, what we want to do is join all of these together in one giant playlist. So we do this from Playlist Manager. We simply go into edit mode and select them in the order that we want. So from 150 all the way up to 240. And then in the Actions menu, we merge to new. And I'm going to call this Stone Killer manual tempo. and it will merge all of these together, and we get one giant playlist with headers to tell us which tempo we're on. And you'll see as we scroll down we get the different tempos: 160, 170, all the way down to 240 at the bottom. One thing you may notice having merged all of these playlists together is that the first item in each playlist has a stop icon at the start of the row. This means that when Polynome is auto-advancing, it will stop when it reaches this item. To fix this, tap on the pencil to go into edit mode, select all and tap Actions, then choose Auto-Advance options and choose Play when reached. This ensures that all items will have the play icon at the start, and Polynome will play this entire playlist through in one go. If you tap and hold the play button, you'll see the button picker. One of the options is tempo percentage. This will give you a slider which will allow you to change the percentage of the speed that the playlist plays back at. You can see if we scroll to the bottom that the playlist time row tells you how long this playlist will take. Currently, it says that it's going to take 19 minutes and 39 seconds to play this entire workout. This is with the percentage slider set at 100%, so everything plays at the tempo that is notated on the items. If you wanted to do this workout at a slower tempo, perhaps 240 BPM is too fast for you, you can grab the percentage slider and make it slower. Let's set it, for example, to 85%. You'll see that the playlist time row updates to tell us that it will take 23 minutes, and we can also see that this final tempo will be 204. Let's take it even slower. You'll see the playlist time updates again. Now it's going to take 28 minutes, and the max tempo will be 165. If you want to set a manual percentage instead of dragging, you can just double tap on the slider bar and choose your percentage. So let's choose 105%. And you can see that we will end up at a tempo of 252 BPM, and it will take us 18 minutes and 45 seconds. Let's say that you wanted to change the sound of the click for the R presets.
Ready.
So at the moment we have that sound, and let's pick something where we're having 8 bars so we can change the sound while it's playing. Let's go to sound picker and choose a different sound. So let's say you wanted that sound for all our presets. When you go to click save, Polynome asks you if you want to update the 103 other presets in this same playlist with the same name, and we get an option to update the pattern or update pattern and tempo. Now if you update pattern, everything in here will be saved, but the tempos in the playlist won't be affected. That's exactly what we want to do, so we hit update pattern, and we can also choose whether we want to update copies in other playlists. I'm going to say don't update for now. But what we should have here is that all of the presets labeled R should now have the cowbell click. We can check down here.
Ready and
that it's been copied across. So it's very easy to change everything about all of the copies of the R or L presets simply by making the changes and hitting save. So that's all of the power features that will enable you to create this playlist. If you would rather just download it, patrons can do this for free at polynome.net/stonekiller.